I'm going to show you my favorite mixed media technique combining two opposite mediums that are really not meant to be used on the same surface, oil paints and watercolor. I'll be demonstrating this on wood panels as well as paper. It's actually super easy. I recently discovered a product called Watercolor Ground. It's a special absorbent primer that's similar to gesso, but it can make almost any surface suitable for watercolor. Here I'm priming some birchwood panels with this Watercolor Ground. This process actually makes it possible to use watercolors on wood panels, which I didn't even know was a thing you could do. I thought you just had to use paper and that's your only option, but you can actually use watercolors on other surfaces too, as long as you prime it with some Watercolor Ground. I did 3 layers of this and made sure they were dry in between. Once you've primed your panel, make sure to give it at least a day, like 24 hours, to fully cure before applying paint. I started with a pencil sketch first. This painting was actually a portrait of the beautiful Bethany Ciotola, and once my pencil sketch was complete, I then used a little bit of acrylic ink to create an undertone for the face. Then I used watercolors for everything else, like mostly the background. The goal for this piece was to use watercolor as a sort of underpainting and create interesting drips and textures throughout the background that I would then leave exposed. Once I was happy with my watercolors, I waited a few hours for it to dry, and the next part is super important. Do not skip this step under any circumstances, especially if you're using this technique on paper. This is acrylic matte medium, which I will use to apply a few layers to the surface. Matte medium has many uses, but my favorite is using it as a sealant for mixed media art involving oils. It dries transparently, which allows me to leave certain parts of the watercolor textures exposed. I did about 3 layers of acrylic matte medium here. After letting it completely dry, you can then go in with oil paint. Every kind of paint has a unique quality to it that is different from the others. With oils, I love the buttery texture of the paint, how smoothly it blends, and the fact that the paint remains workable for a long time. It also has very vibrant colors, and generally it's just incredibly versatile, so you can explore so many different techniques and ways of painting. I've been painting with oils for almost 2 decades now, and I feel like I still haven't really scratched the surface. There's so much to learn and do. And I also haven't gotten bored of oils in nearly 2 decades. The possibilities are endless, which is why it's my primary medium. Using acrylic matte medium as the buffer between the watercolor layer underneath allows me to use oils on top of watercolors without disturbing that layer underneath. It also creates a more favorable surface to place the oils on top of. I used the same method for another painting of a crow portrait. I did the sketch first and then toning the panel with watercolor, creating some interesting textures, just letting the watercolors do their thing. They tend to dry a little bit lighter than when you first apply them, so just keep that in mind. It usually takes me a few layers until I'm happy with the colors. Sometimes I also like to sprinkle a little bit of salt on the surface while the watercolors are still wet. The salt absorbs some water and pigment, and it can create an interesting speckled kind of texture. And obviously, once everything dries, just remove the salt. After that, you don't want to leave that on the surface. And again, once the surface is fully dry, I applied the matte medium for a few layers. Once the matte medium dried, I then went in with oils. For this crow painting, I have a real-time demonstration available. It's 2 separate videos for a total of 1 hour and 42 minutes long. I will link that in the description, and you can also see my real-time painting demonstration library on my website, lenadanyastore.com/tutorials. I'm still very much experimenting with this process. It's very new to me. In the past, I was kind of rigid with oil painting in the sense that the whole painting has to be done in oil, and usually I still paint that way. Like, my go-to method with most of my art usually does involve oil paint covering the entirety of the painting. I still enjoy painting that way and likely always will, but the thing about art is that the possibilities are endless, and mixed media can be really fun to experiment with alongside your normal process. This technique also works really well on watercolor paper, and I'll show you an example in my sketchbook. This is actually where I first started experimenting with this technique. I have this Hanamule watercolor sketchbook that I've been using for gouache, watercolors, and now also oils. I recently went to the tulip fields in Mount Vernon, Washington, and I found a lot of inspiration there, so I wanted to do a quick little tulip sketchbook spread. Once again, I did a graphite sketch of some of the tulips I wanted to paint, and then I added the watercolor. After the watercolor fully dried, I primed the pages with matte medium. It's even more important that you use matte medium if you're planning to do this with paper, because the oils from the oil paint will soak into the paper. It will absorb, it will seep into the back side of the paper and create these gross looking oil stains. It won't be archival because the oils will just eat the paper over time, decreasing the longevity of the art. So make sure to do a few layers of that acrylic matte medium to protect the watercolor paper and give the oils something else to bind to instead of the paper. Once the matte medium is fully dry, you can go ahead with your oil paints. Whenever I use oils in my sketchbook, I like to use either Galkyd or Galkyd Light as the medium to mix with my paints. Those are alkyd resin mediums and they decrease the drying time significantly, so you should be able to close the sketchbook in about 2 days or so, depending on how thick your layers are in oil. Obviously, give it a quick touch test before you close your sketchbook, but since I work with thin layers, it usually doesn't take more than 2 days for me to be able to close my sketchbook. That's really the only downside of using oils in a sketchbook. You just need to wait a while before being able to close it, but Galkyd makes it so you don't have to wait nearly as long as you might think. So that's basically the process. I'm really enjoying experimenting with this technique, so I thought I would share this for anyone else that might be interested. I've always enjoyed the idea of breaking some rules in art, and I think this one breaks quite a few big ones, but we're doing it in a very controlled, careful, and intentional way. Well, hopefully this video gave you a little bit of inspiration to experiment with your art. I hope to see you in my next video, and I'm wishing you a beautiful day. Bye everyone!